The saga continues. Oh my God. Marcus Jordan, son of the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, says he would like his pops to be the best man in his wedding to Larsa Pippen. Make it stop. Make it stop, America. Oh, we're gonna talk briefly about this, very briefly about this, okay? Because
very briefly, we need to take our time.
I don't need to take my time with this because this needs to be Mike. What is? You know what? I'll keep myself together. This is the realest, most entertaining show in the game.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted me to say it while you sit there and discuss. I'd say it for you.
Put it on something. I am your homeboy first. That is my brother Tim G. Jacob, the honorable one. Okay, please support us. Hit that like button, subscribe button. Okay, I need your help right now because these folks is pissing me off. I am so disturbed by what's going on with it. I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be. Okay, because that's them folk business. My brother be trying to tell me that's them folk.
Tell him. I've been trying to tell him that, America.
He right. It is them folk business. Okay, but it's the little kid in me who still want Mike and Scottie to make up one day. And these folks ain't gonna let.
Claude and Ray ain't making up no more.
So please, I don't want to hear your thoughts on this, but I got to hear your thoughts on this.
Hey man,
Mike gotta
do him a solid. Mike gotta do him a solid. Okay. Let me do this. Now, again, this is me. This is just me thinking in a pocket of time, small pocket of time. I ain't really thought about this too much.
Okay.
I don't know how the kids feel about Mike and Juanita's separation.
Okay.
I don't know how they feel about his now wife.
Okay. Well, Marcus says he was the best man in that wedding.
But okay, but we don't know if Marcus was like this pops. I raised me, took care of me. I lived in this lap of luxury. You was there on the sidelines watching me play. You know what I'm saying? You was there. You was dad. You my dad. You my pops. I love you, right, wrong, and different. Okay? And I stood by you. Even though I might have told Marcus might have told him, say, hey man, I don't know about her, man. Like, I ain't feeling it. That might have been Marcus in that time frame. You know? And now you got Marcus is the hold on. He a brother again? I need to tie the family tree together because he had them twins. Mike had them twins, right? So remember, Mike had twins with the now wife.
Okay.
They had twins. So that makes Marcus his sibling. How that work? Step siblings, right? Is his brother and sister?
Half brother.
Right. Okay.
Oh, they paternal. Like it's a boy and a girl.
I don't know.
Okay. They his half sibling.
But again, Marcus probably walked around thinking it's the three of us. It was three with Juanita, right? Yeah, two boys and a girl, right? So he like, all right, this the crew. And now here come Pops with that bull talking about we finna have. So all I'm saying is this.
No, this is
I'm defending Marcus on this simple premise that he stood by his daddy. Okay. Did Mike ask him?
The daddy ain't start fucking his teammate.
Mama.
That would be like the same. If he start fucking is Marcus the one that played for UCL?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
He ain't started knocking down one of his college teammate mama.
No, see that different.
I know.
That different.
I know.
All I'm saying is this. The man stood by his daddy when the daddy made decisions for his life and what he wanted to do. with a woman that ain't of Marcus's blood kin. This is kind of like, be honest with you now, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. This is kind of like when my grandmother got remarried.
Okay.
To my second grandfather, right? I ain't like that.
Okay.
This Willie James Jacobs. Willie James Jacobs is my grandfather. OG. One of the, if you think you love my pops, you love Willie James Jacobs. Willie James Jacobs was a Laker fan.
Good man.
First of all.
It's a good man.
Okay. So, but I had to be okay with the fact that my grandmama needed to be happy.
Okay.
She needed to be happy. She was alone. She by herself. She needed companionship. I get it.
Okay.
Mike, same thing. So all Mike got to do is swap this work. That's all I'm saying. Swap the work. Swap the work. Nobody asks you to have no opinion. Nobody asks you to have no feelings. Just be there for your kid. Because your kids was there for you. Because they all them kids could have just been like, bump daddy because daddy bull jiving. And he should have been treating mama better. They could have put all that out if they knew. They could have been saying a whole lot.
I don't like this.
No, I know you don't, but I come here today. You said we're gonna do this, and this is what we're gonna do.
I ain't know you gonna come. Okay, you making some decent points. Some very good. You making some good points.
Just saying.
Making some really good points to you. All right. But here's the thing. Okay. You don't think Marcus is wilding a little bit, though. Like, everything you said is so true that, okay, them kids could have felt some type of way about, I'm sure they love their mama, Juanita. She done moved on with another dude. Mike probably was the one fucking up in the marriage based on the shit that be dribbling out, based on what these journalists say they didn't write about Mike. Okay, Mike probably was the one fucking up. Okay. And they still love their pops from what I've seen in the handful of things that they do. Now, they don't do a lot now, but the handful of interviews that I've seen seem like they still love pop. So you right about that. But damn, dog, Marcus violent, man. Like, bro. Like, I wonder what Chuck would say about it. Me and my wife talked about this the other day. Because I was explaining to my wife how Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan fell out.
Yeah.
And that silly ass girl, go Prico. She wonder, she said Michael Jordan should forgive Charles Barkley. Because if he letting this shit go on right now with his son, then he should forgive Charles Barkley. Okay. He should call Charles Barkley and be like, man, no, don't worry about this shit you said in the past. She didn't say shit, my wife, because like that. But don't worry about what you said in the past, you know what I'm saying? Because this boy over here tripping.
Mike ain't finna apologize. But I get it.
She basically saying if he would let this go,
I get it.
Then Charles Barkley criticizing how you ran the Hornets.
Yeah.
Like that shit ain't even comparable.
That's ego. That's ego when it comes to that. That's Mike thinking, I got this money, I can build a winner. But Mike got to know times have changed. And the way these cats play now is different. It's not like the days of where 2 or 3 guys knew what they were gonna do and the rest of them just needed to play their role, right? Kind of what you kind of heard from Stacey King. Was it Stacey King? Was it Stacey King that got the radio clip? They got the pod with the Bulls.
Yeah.
Was that Stacey King and the interview Pip and all that? Those guys had roles. Mike was give me the ball, and if I ain't got a shot, you get it to Pip, et cetera, et cetera. But I get what I'm saying. I get it. I agree. She's right. Marcus is wild, and I'll admit that it's wild. But obviously, the young man got to know what he's doing. Or she know what she's doing and he don't know. Once something's happening, but they happy. All I want to know is this: is the name gonna be hyphenated?
Here we go with that again.
That's where we at.
Cause see, that would just be so fucking wild.
It would be wild. That would be like this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna relate this to gambling because me and Mike identify with gambling.
Yes, y'all do.
so
I would have to keep these boys separate here.
So I'm just asking the question: if the odds came out that this was gonna happen, what them odds look like? Somebody would be rich if they said. I think them odds would be like 1 in 350,000, 3 million. It's in the millions.
Does Vegas have prop bets for this pop culture type of shit?
Well, you know, they do like how long is the Super Bowl anthem gonna be? Under 4 minutes, under 3 minutes, that type of stuff.
But it's still tied to sports, though.
It's tied to sports, but it's
like they don't bet on how long such and such gonna stay married type of shit. Okay.
But if they did, you put $10 down back in 2020 in COVID, that this was gonna happen.
When did this drop? This had to drop post The Last Dance coming out, right?
Yeah. I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. And it's just that Larsa Pippen is tough.
Because some people looked at this initially as like Marcus Jordan trying to get back at Scottie Pippen for talking shit about his dad after The Last Dance.
And it could still be. But it's just formulated into something. Marcus said, let me lay down this pimping. Now, it could backfire because Larsa is a vet. She's a vet.
And we see how she done wrapped up Scottie money.
She's a vet.
And we didn't even talk about that on here. Oh, I think we had that. We wanted to talk about that, but something went on. We couldn't do it. Because you were fire hot about that. Yeah. You know, and you should have been, because that was nuts. Yeah. That is nuts. Yeah. You know how these laws set up, man, with some of this shit.
You down through that, bro.
So if Marcus Jordan don't get no prenup, this woman, if they don't make it, I'm not wishing that they don't make it. I'm just saying this shit seems like it's gonna be hard. Marriage is hard under the greatest of circumstances, but when you got a high profile shit like this in your daddy in Marcus' situation, her ex-husband beefing, there's an age gap. You know what I'm talking about?
Didn't nobody blink eye at Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher.
What was their age gap as significant as this one?
Well, it was pretty significant.
It was. They didn't last, did they?
No, because I mean he would Mila Kunis, but it happened.
Oh, it happens.
Ain't nobody looking at, you know.
I'm just saying it's one of those things that make it hard to work.
Well, see, they on different level. They just on a different level. Marriage, I'm you know, if you go watch the Joe Smith segment we just did, you will understand where I'm going with this.
Okay.
But I think for people of high profile or once had high profile,
okay,
marriage means something different. It just does.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage to these people could mean I just don't want to be lonely. It don't mean I fucking love you.
Mm-hmm.
You make me happy every now and then, spend a little bread. But truthfully, I just don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be alone. You know, we might not even really sleep for real in the same bed together, but like 2 times a month or something. When but you know,
he seemed like he and Aaron about this motherfucker though too.
Hey, you would be too, a little bit. She kind of fine still. She holding it down. I mean, if you young man like him, he probably like, I got me something. He might just he might have fetishes about older women. He might think older women is where it's at for him. That's what I'm saying. It's a world out there we don't know about, bro.
Okay, he can have an old. Go get Angela Bassett then if he wants an older woman. He ain't got to go get Larsa Pippen.
First of all, the committee that I've started to always cherish Angela Bassett will not allow that to happen.
Go
She
get
will
Nia
only-
Long then.
She will
Go
only
get,
be.
Go get Vivica A. Fox, Halle Berry. Like
He'd be good with her name just popped up in my head. Gosh, dog. Her name just popped up in my head. Actress. Regina Hall. That might hit a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, him and Regina Hall. He can't be with Regina King because that's another one that I protect dearly. You ain't gonna touch Regina King. That's a national treasure. You ain't touch Regina King. You ain't touch Angela Bassett. Just out on that. Just out on that.
Right.
Nope. Them right there. Them finds women. Them the finest of women right there that you ever see.
Okay.
All right, let me just say it like that.
So they off limit for Marcus Jordan.
Off limit for Marcus Jordan. Marcus Jordan can't touch that.
Okay. Okay.
Regina Hall's beautiful lady. That might I could see that before I could see Larsa. You know, but
that's all I'm saying. So he had a whole select. He can get in any party in America as Michael Jordan's son, and he chose to choose the ex-wife of his dad's most notable teammate.
Obviously, it's the world we living in, and therefore, Mike just got to do his job and stand by his son.
Well, real ones, y'all chime in. Do y'all think that my brother is correct that Michael Jordan should just stand by his son in his wedding and be his son's best man?
Because think about this now. Ooh, this is what I just thought about this. Was it not the late great Kobe Bryant that spoke about his parents when he got married to? Well, no, I'm not being funny now. I'm not being funny. But remember, they didn't.
They didn't because they felt like Bean was doing it so young, and I don't think Bean had no prenup and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So,
but T, that's just young love. That's just paying like, okay, if WAP come through and trying to get married at like 19, me and you gonna be sipping some drink, and you gonna be like, man, I don't know about
it ain't gonna be that. Ain't gonna be that. I told my wife this last night. It's interesting you brought this up. I told my wife this last night. I said, look here, let me tell you something. I might go so far to tell my son, don't get married.
And why'd you tell your wife that?
Until he, because I want him to get the education that I didn't get. And this is what I'm gonna say. My parents got married young, stupid young. I think my mama was 19. No, wait, hold on. My mama was 20. My daddy was 21. Okay. My parents got married at 19 and 18. Yeah. 19 and 18.
So you said 20 and 21.
Hold on, because this is what I'm saying. They got married at 82. My parents got married at 82. So I'm trying to think about my daddy, how old he would have been. He was 19. Just started the Navy. My mama was 18. She wasn't even 19 when they got married. They had me 2 years later. It's a lot of stuff, though, so from a societal standpoint that has changed. Well, all them people had was each other. They didn't have no cell phones. They had no social media. They didn't have all that. You had to keep all your phone numbers in an address book back in their day. It's just different time. So all they had was each other. And so they could galvanize and get some things worked out if they really wanted to be with each other, because that's all they had was each other. They ain't had nothing else. These folks walking in this thing, they got stuff. So that's why I say I just think marriage is different than these days and time. So that's why I would tell my son, write down what you want. Make sure this is what you want, and make sure this is what you got. Because when you say you do, the laws ain't playing in your favor first. That's first thing. They ain't playing in your favor. So make sure this is what you want to deal with. Make sure this is the person you want to deal with, because Big Mama ain't Big Mama no more.
So you think Mike didn't have this conversation?
No, Mike ain't told that boy nothing. Not like that. Not like to the level of, I mean, I don't think it's to that level. Mike, you know Mike out here wilding. he might sit down and talk to Marcus on some levels of just don't get yourself into these situations.
He in it.
Well, I mean, he might have missed that. Mike might have missed that in the conversation. He might have zoomed right past that one a little bit.
He in a situation, T.
He is in a situation. Mike just got to stand by his boy. Just one time.
Well, real ones, y'all chime in. Let us know what y'all think. All right? Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.